Hey guys, today I want to talk about the current situation in the Philippines. The current situation in the Philippines, we've gone to alert level 3, okay? We thought we were coming out of this. We thought that this here would be basically nothing, or it wouldn't even come into the Philippines. We knew sooner or later it would. And it just took a lady that was in quarantine to sneak out of quarantine to start spreading this stuff, who had one of the variants, I guess, and spread it around, okay? That's what happened in the Philippines. So now it's all over the place. We're starting to see people, even in my neighborhood, starting to get the new variant of the COVID. I can't even keep up with them myself anymore because they just keep on popping up all over the place. I guess we're into a new one besides the Omicron, and we got some other ones out there hovering around, I guess, that are just starting up and get ready to rev up our world and get everybody overexcited about nothing, you know? And I'm not saying it's totally a nothing burger, but you know what I'm saying. I think at some point, either we're gonna bankrupt countries and put people into starvation and kill them that way, or, you know, by doing this, or the other way, you know, we open up and we overrun the hospitals with people that are running in to check to see if they have COVID or what have you. And that's, you know, it's part of the way it is in the world. So either way, it's a problem, okay? But I mean, if the Omicron is minor, should we open up the country? These are questions we all ask ourselves, you know, and these people up above are asking, you know, should we or shouldn't we? Well, everybody's afraid. Nobody's got the guts or the cojones to do anything except shut things down. But nobody has the guts to go the opposite way and test it out and do a test run, except for people like Denmark and Singapore. You know, those are the countries that have a little bit of, you know, a little bit of life in them, and you know, are taking a stand and saying, hey, you know what, we're gonna fight this, you know, and we're gonna succeed. And some of those countries have done pretty good. I'm not sure which countries. I know Singapore, Denmark. I think of Sweden too, but I'm not sure on that. I haven't kept up with that with Sweden lately, even though that's my family's home country, because we're all Swedish and Irish. But anyway, I just want to chat about that a little bit, you know, because we're seeing things over here, and I to be honest with you, I think we're going to start going back into lockdowns here again for a while, maybe all the way up till March. And they're probably going to want to get this down to 0 again. And then what I think they'll do is they'll open up to tourists, provided you go into quarantine and you get tested on the way in and tested on the way out. Now, here's the funny thing, that whether you're vaccinated or not, you can still carry the virus, okay? And that's a fact. Okay, you can still carry it. You might not get it as much, but you can still carry it on your person, on your hands, or what have you. I mean, that's a given. It's not, you know, just because you're vaccinated doesn't mean that you don't have it on you from somebody else that you hugged, or you sat in a chair and picked it up from them, or you put your hand on a railing or something and picked it up or whatever. Let's face it, that's the way it is. But over here, if you're unvaccinated, you can't sit in a restaurant. You can't even get into the malls. Some of the malls around here are asking for vaccination cards to get in to the malls, okay? I went to Walmart the other day. The guard at the gate there asked for my vaccine card. I was like, wow, these poor guys that aren't vaccinated can't even go into the malls now because they can't get in. They can't go in there because of the fact that they're not vaccinated. And to be honest with you, it really doesn't matter, you know, because if you're vaccinated, you can still get the COVID, which I find kind of fascinating, but you won't get it as bad. So the vaccine doesn't make it so that you don't get it. It just makes it so that you're less likely to get hit hard from it. You know, that's the funny part. But I mean, I don't want to get too much into vaccines. I just want to talk a little bit about that and talk about like what's going to happen over here in the Philippines. I know I've stated in the past that I think we're probably still going to open up in March somehow, some way. I think we're coming close to something where we're going to open up somehow. But for you guys that are sitting back there waiting, that are over 50, let me tell you something. The fastest way you're going to get in here, to be honest with you, is the retirement visa. The SRRV retirement visa. Because you can get in here with what's called the EED, okay? And with the EED, That's an entry document. You can get your 9A tourist visa, and then you come in here and you finish doing the SRRV retirement visa, and then guess what? You're in the country and you can stay here, okay? And if you're former military, it's cheaper and easier, but if you're not former military, it's going to cost $10,000 to $20,000. That's a pretty healthy amount of money, I must say. But if you're a veteran, guess what? You can come in here for a $1,400 application fee and $1,500 for your security deposit if you're over 50 and you got a pension of $1,000 or more. Okay, that's the best part about it. And I don't know, I just think that might be the way, the ticket that you guys are looking for some of you. Okay, but anyway, guys, God bless, take care. And if you guys need some information on the EED, the SRRV, all that stuff, let me know. Send me an email at steven5975 at yahoo.com, and I'll help you out with that. Okay, guys, God bless, take care.